Hi everyone, my name's Charlotte, or some of you may know me as the Breastfeeding Wardrobe over on Instagram. So I'm currently 37 weeks pregnant. Can't believe where that time's gone. And I'm just packing my hospital bag. So I'm doing the final bits now, which I thought I'd share with you. So I'm very lucky. My sister is a midwife and a mum of three. I've got another sister who's a mum of three, and my mum is a mum of three. So I've got lots of knowledge and advice there, and my sister very kindly wrote me an all extensive list, explained everything I would need in a hospital bag, which was great to hear from someone who's been through it 3 times, but also from the professional side of things, from a midwife's point of view as well. So I thought I'd just come on here and share these tips. I know there's loads of videos of how to pack your hospital bag. Mine's probably not going to be as aesthetic as them, but hopefully you'll find it useful. So first things first, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to put in my labour bag. Someone's just started like mowing the grass outside, so I'm really sorry if you can just hear that in the background. Hopefully you can't. Okay, so tractor's gone. Right, let me carry on. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to pack in my little bag first. So I'm going to take one massive bag and just this one on top. So one thing my sister always says, from a midwife point of view, it's a nightmare when people have 15 small tiny bags. You never know what happens during labour. You might have to move to a different room, have a C-section, or just be able to move quickly. There might be lots of staff come in the case of emergency. And if there's lots of little bags everywhere, or if your partner needs to grab 15 million just to move room quickly, it can be a nightmare. So she was like, don't feel self-conscious. Take the big bag. They're not going to judge you. First time with Aiden, we were in hospital for 8 days, and I am so glad I took that big bag full of everything because it was COVID as well, so we couldn't leave. So that was like a godsend that we had everything with us. So just take it. They're not going to judge you, but take it in one big bag rather than a million small ones. So I'm doing a little labour bag just so it's easy for Tom to find things, because you know what men are like, not being stereotypical. Okay, so first things first, what you want to wear in labour. So I've got this from Amazon, which is a black. Everything in here is going to be pretty much black clothing because, let's be honest, labour and postpartum are pretty messy and it's not the time for light colours. So I have gone for black. To be fair, I like wearing this style anyway. So this is a button-down nightshirt, short sleeves, and this is important if they ever need to monitor you. You might be on, I don't know all the technical words, but like blood pressure or drips or anything, they need to be able to get to you. Button down in case you want to breastfeed, or even for skin to skin after the baby's born. And then obviously short for easy access because we know where the baby comes out from. If you want to wear like cycling shorts underneath, you could always take some maternity cycling shorts whilst you're in labour, if it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable as well. I'd also take some spare knickers and some maternity pads. I really like these ones, the Boots ones. I've got loads of packs of them. I don't know if you've seen my stories, but I massively over ordered. But hey, it means Tom doesn't have to go out and try and find what I'm on about, so I think that's a good thing. Yeah, I would take spare knickers and maternity pads in to labour, because as we all know, it can get a bit messy once your waters break. And then clothes-wise as well, I've got some socks. I am actually going to take my big slipper boots onto the ward with me, but I really like them and I don't want to make them a mess. So I'm just going to take some socks. And apparently a lot of women in labour can get cold feet, especially if you're lying down, if you have medication, so you might want to take some cosy socks or some big slippers as well. It's up to you, especially if you're walking around the room. It might be good to get some socks with some grip on the bottom as well. You don't want to fall. And then just for after birth as well, when we're moving to the different room, might not have time for this, they might just get put in a chair and you're not bothered at all, but I've literally just got some maternity pyjama trousers just to put on underneath. And then when we get to the room, I'll probably get changed into a fresh set of pyjamas. So that I think is me in terms of clothes. The other thing I've got here is a little toiletry bag. So I've got lots of these little bags, which are great to separate everything and to label. Obviously it's going to be your partner digging in the bag, so I don't know how good they are at finding things at home, but Tom is useless. I can judge me all he wants for watching this, but it's true. Plus, you know, it's a stressful situation for them too, so them trying to rummage around in a big bag is going to be stressful too, so completely understandable. Anything you can do to help. So this one is labelled first outfit. We've got toiletries. Anything you can do to help make things less stressful in the moment and just allow them to help you is obviously important. So things, is that with the blower now? Sorry guys, I'm just going to carry on. Okay, so in this one, I'm not going to bring loads into the labour room. Obviously, I'm not going to be focusing on washing my hair or anything. That's all going to come later. So things I want during labour, a flannel. I don't know about you, but I got absolutely boiling in labour first time. I was so hot. Even feeding the baby after, I just remember us both like sweating. I was quite sick as well. So a flannel that your partner can just dab you with if you want him to, just tell him to stop. But it also can make them feel quite useful. You know I would find it really hard being someone watching my partner in that kind of situation and not being able to help. So any little jobs you can do that make them feel useful is really good. So a damp flannel that they can help cool you down with. Paracetamol, obviously any medication wise you need to check with hospital staff because they might be giving you stuff as well, but just putting paracetamol in. If anything, it might be for Tom. It's going to be a rough ordeal for them too, and they might want some. Nivea chapstick, especially if you're on gas and air or hospital aircon, it can get really dry in there. Nivea, I get really dry lips, and Nivea is just the best one that I've found, so I've put that one in. Makeup wipes, you never know what time labour's going to hit or how quickly, and you don't know what time, day or night it is, so you might just want to scrub your face and just have it nice and clean for the labour. I'm actually getting my eyebrows and eyelashes done if I make it to Friday, so that's very exciting. Thought I'd feel a bit glam for once. And then fresh mint breath spray as well. So that's again, gas and air can really dry your mouth out. I give you a bit of a blah taste. So if you want, you could take some breath spray. So that's literally all I've got for the labour bag, kind of toiletries wise. Then I have also got, and I got this first time around and I didn't actually use it, but I got a maternity tens machine. Comment below if you've used this and let me know what you thought. So it's this Boots one. And yeah, I thought I'll pack it again and I'll see if I can try it. I might try and use it at home. If we're staying at home. My active labour was actually quite quick with Aiden. It was only 4 hours. So and they say second time supposedly can be quicker. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be going to hospital pretty pronto, but might try and use that. A fan. This is actually a pram fan, which I got for Aiden in the summer. So if you wanted to get one of these anyway for baby when baby's here, I'm going to take this one because again, as I said before, I was absolutely boiling straight after when I was trying to do skin to skin and feed. I'd been a bit sick, been on gas and air. That's the only medication I had, but that seemed to really help me. It just made me a bit and hot afterwards, so this would be good. Obviously just don't put it on baby, they're going to need to be nice and cozy and warm, maybe on your feet. And then tablets, other things for labour. So I've put loads of like cute videos and pictures of Aiden when he was little on there. We've downloaded our favourite TV shows like Friends. I wasn't induced first time. I was actually booked in for one because my waters broke 24 hours. Well, my waters broke before I started contracting, so I was booked in for an induction 24 hours later. But luckily I went into labour that night. But we all know induction can take a long time, so it's a good idea to take one of these and the charger. And then you can play your favourite TV shows, get those endorphins going and oxytocin going. A water bottle, essential. And also one with a spout. So again, if you're hooked up to stuff or just not really focused on it, your partner can be there giving you that without kind of pouring water down your face, which you might not be too impressed with. And then most importantly for me are the snacks. So as I said, I was actually really sick first time during labour, so I had all this like envisioned me eating bananas, eating my energetic food. None of that happened, I threw it all up. But what I did manage is 3 raspberry Lucozade Sports, and they were delicious. They were the best thing I had in the hospital, and they kept me going. But right after birth, I was ravenous, and I mean instantly. So whilst like the first time Aidan was doing skin to skin, Tom was hand feeding me Cheerios, and honestly, they were the best Cheerios I've ever had in my life. Yeah, a little bit messy, probably covered Aidan in hoops, but they were really, really good. So some snacks I've got right for after are Cheerios, Ritz crackers, you know, get those, whatever it is, get your salt levels back up. Chocolate crepes. I realise these are all really unhealthy. We are going to take fruit, but obviously I can't pack that in advance. I think I really liked grapes and strawberries last time, but you might want to get someone to deliver them as it can get pretty warm in the hospital room. So chocolate crepes, chocolate, crisps, things like salt and vinegar, like flavoursome after if you've been on gas and air, might be quite nice. And then loads of you, when I asked you what you liked in your hospital bag, said jelly babies, and I love the Haribo jelly babies, so I got them. Listen to your advice. Some squares, some cloud skittles, and some cereal bars. So yeah, a healthy mix, but I'm excited for that. And then other bits we've got are, I'm going to take some of these are empty now because I'm going to start tonight trying to harvest colostrum, but if you have harvested any and popped it in the freezer, remember to get them out and take them. So I actually, for my 37-week appointment, I messaged the midwives beforehand and said I really wanted to harvest colostrum this time. I tried last time and failed, but then I was 10 days early, we were moving house, so there was a lot going on. Obviously this time around I've breastfed for, I don't know how long it was in the end, like 26 months. So I'm hoping I'll have a better chance this time. But they managed to get me a pack, so it's kind of lots of information on how to do it. Don't start until you're after 37 weeks pregnant, otherwise it can cause labour to come on early. You've got your labels, make sure they're all labelled, colostrum, and make sure you get them out of the freezer and take them to the hospital. It honestly would have just helped so much with our journey the first time around. Aidan was really jaundiced, wouldn't latch or anything, and it was just a stressful time, so that would have really helped. So I really want to get that. It's a good insurance policy, even if you don't end up using it, just to have there, it just takes the pressure off a little bit. And then baby's first outfit. So I haven't actually packed a going home outfit. I've got all his sleep suits and everything, which I'll talk about in the next one. But going home, you never know what time you're going to go home. It's whenever the midwives are free to come and discharge you. So I didn't really think too much about that. I'm just going to take a cardi and wear whatever sleep suit he's in. But first outfit, I've got some cotton pads just to do his first nappy, 2 different sizes of nappy. I don't know how small baby will be, it depends when I go in. We tend to have quite big babies in this family, so I've got newborn size 0 and size 1. Cotton pads, and then I'll just use water. And then I've got some cute first outfits, and I've got a mix of sizes because I don't know how big he is. So I've got a newborn and a 0 to 3. Look how cute they are. And a hat for baby. Obviously they'll usually wear a hat straight away. Keep them nice and toasty after coming out of mum. So I've got a vest, different size sleep suits, some hats, depending on what outfit we put them in. And then a cellular blanket as well. So I actually got these off Amazon. It's just nice and breathable. Obviously it's going to be summer, hospital's always boiling, but you want the breathable ones, so cellular blanket is the key. Other bits, if you want to take a bobble view, you probably want your hair off your face. What I did last time and what I'll do again is when I start going into labour, jump in the shower, make myself feel all fresh and clean. Probably try and shave if I can. It's pretty tricky right now, but I'll do what I can. Braid my hair so it's off my face, and then as well a good trick for braiding your hair, because then when you get to postpartum room and you want a little cute picture with baby under your hair and you've got lovely waves. So that's my plan for that. I think that's it labour bag wise, and then obviously we've got a massive hospital bag which I'll move on to next. One big tip, and I'll say it at the end of this one and at the end of that one, is to write a list of last minute grabs. Things like toothbrush, toothpaste, chargers. You're going to need your phone chargers in here. Again, you don't know how long labour will go on for, so pack them in this bag. Phone chargers, try and get one. If you're getting a spare one, get one with a light on, which is brilliant when you're up in the night with baby and you need to try and work out where to plug your phone in again. That is key. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So I hope you found that useful. Comment below with any other tips you've got, and then I will move on to the big hospital bag. One thing just quickly I forgot to add is if you are wanting a water bath, might be worth taking a tankini. Obviously it's totally up to you what you want to wear in the pool. You might just want to wear nothing at all. But my sister said some mums can feel a bit conscious. So if you put a tankini on, it's a great way to kind of keep the top half covered when the bottom bits have all got to come off. So yeah, something to bear in mind. I did actually want a water bath the first time around, but I didn't end up going in the pool. Active labour happened quite quickly, and then Aiden's heart rate dropped, so I didn't go in it. And to be honest, I think in my head I really thought I wanted it, but at the time when I was in labour I didn't at all, so I haven't requested it this time, just because I didn't want to take up a room from anyone that really wanted it. But yeah, take a tankini if that's what you're after, and maybe some flip-flops in your labour bag in that case, in case your feet are slippy when you get out. I would do that. Another one I nearly forgot about, and it's probably the most important thing you will need, are your maternity labour notes. Don't forget these, your midwives need them, so just leave them on the top of your bag. Take them out if you've got appointments, but always put them straight back. Okay, so back this time to talk through the main hospital bag. So obviously I've just covered what I would put in my separate labour bag. Obviously you're going to have your big bag in the room with you as well, so if you do need anything from there, you can get it. Just again, make sure it's labelled. As I said before, I love these different size packing bags, really useful to take on holiday afterwards as well. And then I borrowed my mum's awesome label maker, which is, you can just have the most fun with that, and label everything so it's easy for partner to find. So I'll talk through what I've got in my main hospital bag. So 2 dark coloured towels. Again, as I said before, labour and postpartum is a pretty bit messy business. The towels the hospital give you are usually bright white, so just if you want an extra towel and I want it a bit more discreet, dark towels are good. As I said before, we were in hospital for 8 days last time, so I took 2 towels, me and Tom had one each, and then we staggered between the hospital bag, the hospital towels as well. It just gave them a chance to dry. So I will be taking 2 of them. A dressing gown is obviously key. I took a fluffy one last time, but to be honest with you, the hospital was so hot. This time I've ordered one off Amazon to match all the rest of my nightwear, which is just quite a thin, lightweight one, nice and long. I'll share the link underneath for that as well, because that's great. That's going to be useful in summer as well. And then I did buy some like matching black fluffy slippers last time I was there, but to be honest, I just love wearing my slipper boots, and I thought in hospital I'm just going to want to be cozy, so I'm going to wear these, and they're quite robust as well if I want to go for a walk around the hospital, ease my stitches a bit, then these will be great. Flip-flops are a good one. You know what wet floors are like, you always feel a little bit manky going in them. So yeah, I just got some really cheap flip-flops. You can get them from Primark or any supermarket. So they're to go and have a shower with, or go for a wee after someone's had a shower and it's like covered. Then maternity pads, essential. So I've got 1 in my labour bag, 2 in here, and last time it was COVID, so we literally couldn't exit the hospital at all. I'm gonna have a bag in the car for if I have to stay even later, or like for way longer than I anticipate. I'm gonna have a bag, so that'll have more of these in, some more changes of clothes for me, more snacks, of course. Just any bits and bobs that I don't really want to take in. What I'll probably also leave in the car is my feeding pillow, but this is great, honestly. This was a Chico one, I think. It's Boppy. For some reason they're all really expensive now. I got this one first time around and it wasn't that bad, but I'll see if I can find a similar price one. I think I got it from Boots. Feeding pillows are great, especially in the early days when things were a little bit awkward. So I'll probably keep this in the car, and if I need it, I'll get Tom to run out and grab it. Then we need change of clothes. So for Tom, let me actually read through my list for his. So he's not going to have much this time because realistically we've got Aiden at home, we're going to be having the baby, and then he'll be coming home really to be with Aiden if we're out for the day or to try and put him to bed. So I've just got him in here, a change of boxes, some socks and a fresh t-shirt. But he'll also want last minute to pack his toothbrush, toothpaste. Obviously he'll be wearing shoes, some food for Tom. He can share these snacks. Something to bear in mind is that partners don't get fed on the ward if you're with the NHS, so just bear that in mind. Obviously the cafes should be open now. When we were there last time, nothing was open, so we had to live on takeaways and share the snacks, which was fun. But yeah, they won't get fed. You're the patient, not them. But at least they can go out and get some goodies now. But if they want anything, just tell them to take it with them. And then charges, wallets. Some hospitals you can only pay with cash, very rare now for the car park and things, but just FYI, it might be worth taking your card and some coins with you. A pillow if they want to get comfy. If you're going to be in there a while, you might want to take a big pillow. Again, you could always leave this in the car and nip out and get it if you don't want to drag it into the hospital with you first thing. And deodorant, because we all know that hospitals can get really hot, so that goes without saying. Everyone wants deodorant. My bag, slightly bigger, so I've got a few changes of clothes in there. Again, I'll be leaving some extra in the car. All dark. I've got some stretchy vests that I can just pull down to feed in, some really comfy joggers and some long cardigans that almost feel like dressing gowns as well, and that's literally what I'm going to wear in the hospital along with pyjamas and when I leave with some trainers. So I will share the pictures of my leaving hospital outfits, but I'm not one for looking glam when I'm leaving hospital. I just want to be comfy and to have easy access to feed baby. I've got lots of spare black underwear. Take your old underwear. It's gonna have maternity pads in it anyway, might get messy, so yeah, just use your old black underwear, whatever's comfy. And then nursing bras as well. I'd probably take 3. Obviously if your milk comes in and you're still in there, you could leak everywhere, so I've got a set of 3 which I found from Primark last time, which I absolutely loved, slept in all the time, so I'm taking them for the hospital. There's no clips or anything, I literally just pull it down, so whatever's easy. And then lots of breast pads, keep saying sorry. Yeah, lots of breast pads. Obviously you want thick ones. When my milk came in, I really did leak everywhere, so I'll get some nice thick ones. And then these are great little sachets which my sister gave me. So you've got your lanolin sachets and nipple cream. Don't rush to put these on because baby can find it quite slippery to latch. So obviously if your nipples are cracked and really hurting, then you will want to use them, but just don't rush in straight away because it might make it trickier for the baby. Also these multi-man compresses, and you can get hot and cold like gel packs as well, like compresses that you can leave in the freezer, or you can heat them up in case of engorgement, or if you feel like you're getting mastitis. They're really useful, and they also work really well on toddler head bumps, so something to bear in mind. I'll share some links for them as well. Then toiletry bag. So this is going to get bigger because again I'll have last minute bits, and as I said before with the labour bag, write a list and leave it on top of your packed hospital bag with last minute grabs. So toothbrush, makeup, whatever you want to take. Personal preference, I like wearing makeup. I've never felt so much better in all my life as after giving birth, and I had a shower, washed my hair, put fresh makeup on, got changed into fresh clothes, and I just felt like so much better. And so much more alive, but it's up to you. Some people couldn't think of anything worse than having it on, but I know I'll be taking it. Another thing, deodorant, for everyone's sake, including the midwives, probably want to wear some deodorant. I really need to find a good roll-on that works. This Right Guard one is the only one I've found that works. But if you know of a good roll-on deodorant that is heavy duty, then please comment below. You get really sweaty after birth, like postpartum, for a good few months. So I found it hard finding one that stood up to the job. So any suggestions I am happy to take on board. Bubbles. I always take loads of bubbles because you can never have enough and they always seem to disappear. Obviously toothpaste, spritz for bits. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I had it the first time and actually loved it. I found it really soothing. I'm sure there's cheaper ways you could do it, but I really liked it, so I got another one this time because I found it useful, and I literally just sprayed it onto the maternity pads as I put it on. It just kind of cooled and numbed everything. I had an episiotomy the first time around, and the healing was painful, so that helped me. Tissues, you know, you get the baby blues, don't you, after. It can get very emotional, I think between day 3 and 5. I can't remember which the peak day is. Things can get very upsetting and you can just cry for no reason. So take your tissues. Plus just looking at your gorgeous new newborn and knowing that you made it is emotional. So I would take it. Hairbrush, because, you know, you might want to look somewhat groomed, maybe. It's up to you. Hand cream, because you'll be changing 50 million nappies. My husband pretty much did all of them in the first stage whilst I was trying to take hours and hours harvesting colostrum for him. But this time around, obviously he'll be coming home to be with Aiden, so I don't think I'll be as lucky. So yes, hand cream, and I've put a razor in there, just my armpits, not for anywhere else. I wouldn't be bothered about anywhere else. Yes, so bin bag, if I haven't said already, this is a good one to put all your dirty washing in so it's kept separate from everything fresh. It's like when you go on holiday, always take a bin bag, and then, you know, when you get home you can just bung it all in, or your partner can. Then for baby, I've got 1 pack of size 0 nappies. So these only go up to £7. I don't think anyone in my family has ever had a baby less than £7. So I've only got 1 small one for them, because you never know what's going to happen. Obviously we can leave and we can get more, but then I've got a big bag of size 1 nappies. You go through a lot, if I remember correctly, in the early days. I've got water wipes. These are probably more for us when we're cleaning up baby and around and about, but if you are going to use wipes on the baby, make sure they're the like kind of just water ones. But I do have some cotton wool pads, and I'll probably use these with just some water to clean baby's bottom up first, because then there's kind of less likely chance of nappy rash or anything. You can also take a little pat of coconut oil, which is quite good for nappy rash as well. And then nappy sacks, I'll take lots of these, just because, you know, you're going to need them. And then a cellular blanket. As I said before, I've got one in my labour bag. We went through so many of these. Aiden was quite sick to begin with, because he was quite mucousy. So I'm also going to take a little food bag of washing powder, because equally, muslin cloths, I don't think you can ever take enough. I think I've got about 7 in here, and I don't know if that's enough. Last time when we were in the hospital for 8 days, Tom actually, when he put up the hospital bed, he actually used to wash all the muslin cloths and hang them over the little bars on his bed, which the midwives were very impressed with. It's never been so domesticated. But yeah, muslin cloths, you can never have enough. So I would take lots of them. Your blankets, again, the cellular, they can dry quite quickly, so they're good to take. And then again, as I said before, I don't know how big baby will be. It depends when I go into hospital. So I've got 5 small and newborn sleep suits, and I have 5 up to 3 month sleep suits and vests, just so I'm kind of covered. Then I've also got some hats in there for baby and a cardigan for going home. As I said before, last time I packed a going home outfit, but to be honest, you just never know when you're going to go home. You're waiting just for when the midwives are free to discharge you. So instead of a specific going home outfit, I'm literally just going to, I've got nice sleep suits that I like in there. So I'm just happy for them to wear whatever. And then I'm going to take a little cardi as well. And you can wear that over. Also taking a notepad and a pen. You get given feeding charts, which were really good. Tom took great happiness in filling all of that out. Last time, it's been the most detailed filled out chart ever, but it might be just quite good to write some down. any notes like babies feeding, nappy changes, or anything, or any questions you think of that you want to ask the midwives, because they do rounds, so you might not see them necessarily for a bit. So if you've got anything you want to ask them when they come in, might just be good to jot down. Yeah, so useful to take, I think. Yeah, one thing I would do as well, if you are having visitors, if they're bringing you stuff, maybe ask them to bring some kind of food for the midwives as well, because chances are they probably haven't eaten for 9 hours and they're on a 12-hour shift. So it's always good to keep the people looking after you fed and happy. And a big thing is make sure you've got your car seat installed. So we've bought the Avionaut Pixel Pro this time from Simply Safe Car Seats, which I'm very excited about. Looks really comfy, really safe. Bit pricey, but it's worth it just for kind of peace of mind that they're nice and safe. So yes, we've got that one. So we putting baby in it. The midwives watch you put it in, but they can't offer any advice on car seat installation. So just make sure you've read up beforehand, have a practice, have a trial run. Last time my waters broke and then I went to Tom, you know that car seat I haven't put in yet? You really need to put it in now. And he was like, ah. So yeah, just make sure you've had a practice trial run. Get that in and just have a play with a fit, maybe with a doll or something, just so you can practice, so it's not so overwhelming when you're in the hospital and you just want to get out quick. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Let me know if I've forgotten anything underneath, or let me know if any tips that you found really helped you when packing the hospital bag or through labour. I just want to take all the advice on right now. Last time feels like a long time ago. And I'm very lucky having a very knowledgeable sister, but still, everyone's journey is different. So I'm happy to hear all advice. Hope you found this useful, and I'll see you later. Bye.